Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know this is an unusual video because it's GTA. If you guys don't like swearing, it has swearing in it. The NPCs say bad words, but it's only if you scare them or something most of the time. And so today I'm going to be showing you the difference between all of the different graphic settings because I've been getting that on my TikTok a lot. And I'm going to make a short TikTok about it. First, we're going to start off with the best possible graphics that you can get on PS5 edition or Xbox Series X, which you go to settings, you go down to display. The best ones you can get is fidelity. I think that's how you say it. Thing is, it limits you at 30 FPS, just like the PS4 or the Xbox One, but it gives you 4K graphics.
That movie was such an epic
So
fail,
I'll let you guys just
see
look at this and decide whether you like these graphics.
Oh, hush.
So yeah, that's fibbability or whatever. Now the thing is, I wouldn't recommend fibbability for the Xbox Series S. And I know it's a next-gen console, but it's maybe the same size as an Xbox One or smaller. And you gotta think about this. When you're using a tinier console, it's not gonna have as much. It only goes up to 180p, which means that's not 4K. That's like close to 4K, so it's really good graphics, but that's PS4 graphics. So yeah, I would not recommend this for your Xbox Series S. I've seen people crashing because they're using these graphics, or their Xbox is just overheating. And now we're gonna go to performance. Oh wait, I forgot to say, fibbability gives you ray tracing, 4K graphics, like I said. So I did not mention ray tracing. Ray tracing is basically, it tries to give you the most realistic feeling in the game that it can. That's what ray tracing does. Now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna give guys a little bit of gameplay performance. Now what performance does, this is better for like, I would say, let me think for a second. I'd say it's better for the Xbox Series S because it takes you to 60 FPS because that's all GTA the game allows you go to is 60 FPS. But it does, I did not mean to hit that. It does lower your graphics, not a lot. They're just, if you're a graphics person, you don't care about which FPS you're at, and you have the PS5 or an Xbox Series X, then I would use fibbability. But if you like FPS, but you're on an Xbox Series S, or you just don't care about graphics and you just want the best performance you can get out of your game, this would be the best one right here. And now the last one, my favorite one. This is kind of better than fibbability and performance. Let me tell you why. Performance RT. What this does, takes you at 60 FPS. I'm pretty sure you go over a little bit, like 80 FPS I think is the max you can go on this game. But it takes you to 60. Gives you 4K graphics, ray tracing. And so it's basically like fibbability except more FPS and a little bit lower graphics. But that's all. It was just a short video for you guys. I just wanted to get out of the way of what all the different graphics do. And yeah, I'll give you a second to just look at this and decide whether you like it. Okay, so that's not it for the video. That was just it for the graphics. So if you have any more questions, tell me. I can probably answer the graphics question. I don't know if you knew this, I'm a big graphics person. Like, I love having the best graphics that you can get. That's why I tried to get the PS5 as soon as I could. Okay, we have a couple more things to get out of the way before the video ends. keep in mind that if you're on a PlayStation,
He's
now
okay,
I
I
do
guess.
not know
Some
this
actors. He occasionally
about
remembers my name.
Xbox. I am not completely sure. Let me look it up real quick.
I guess so. The English accent doesn't really do it for me. Why do you ask? No, I won't give him your number. Jesus, Carmen, get a fucking life. So stressed out. You have no idea. This job is killing me. I'm working with Clay Jackson.
Okay, so I
Talk
just
about
looked it up.
high
It
maintenance.
says it only has adaptive triggers if you buy a certain controller, which is a
Yeah,
scuff
but
one
that's
for
$1 for every rapper in town.
$130. So
Get
if
it,
you're on
girl.
Xbox and you want adaptive triggers, you can try to get them. I'm not sure if they're gonna work because Xbox originally doesn't have it. So don't go buying the controller and then you might not be able to get it. But here, basically all adaptive triggers does is make it so when you go to shoot like a weapon or you drive a car or anything like that, it makes it feel like it gives you that feeling of like you're actually doing it. So like it makes it harder to press the triggers. You can turn it off completely. You can have it on low or you can have it on high. I personally have it on high because I just like it. Um, there's one more thing I gotta tell you. I'm just trying to think of what it was because I was kind of rushing this video. Actually, that might be it. Oh wait, no. Okay. So we have this, the motion sensor function. And basically what this does, it's like for people that like to use motion blur, which is also a graphics setting, which was not on PS4. It's for people that like to use that. Like it wasn't on PS4 for PS5. I mean, it was on Fortnite and stuff. But like, it basically, if you have like, this is only for people. Sorry, this is hard to explain because I'm just so excited to play this after this video. I haven't really played it at all. This is for people that use motion blur. If you don't use motion blur, you don't have to listen to this. All it does is that when somebody's flying a plane or you're flying a plane, it's easier to focus. Like it'll turn down the motion blur a little bit, or like if somebody flies a plane above you, it's easier to focus on it instead of it blurring it out. And that's why it says bike, boat, aircraft, reload, which means like when you're reloading a gun, so it doesn't blur out. And one more thing, and you just heard me talking about it. Motion blur. So I don't know exactly where you get motion blur at. I just know that you get it. I just turned it on earlier. I cannot remember where I turned it on. It might be in camera.
No, sorry. I can't come up this week.
I'm not sure, but yeah, motion blur, what it does is basically, see this? See how it blurs when I turn? That's what motion blur does. This is, the reason I'm explaining this stuff is because some of you just don't know what it is because you're new to like this stuff, or you just don't ever learn what that is. And so yeah, that was it for the settings video. If you guys want a separate video, and I know a lot of you guys do, so there'll probably be 2 videos up today about GTA, and that's it. And the next one's gonna be about like how the game looks now, what bugs they fixed, what kind of, I guess, effects that they add to make it look more realistic, and that's gonna be in my next video. So see you guys in the next one.